They come each and every year to Petersburg, Virginia, the campus of Virginia State University for the kickoff of the CIAA football season. And this year, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is a spot in this year's championship game, the 10th edition of the renewal of the conference's postseason classic. I'm Mark Gray. Welcome to CIAA Media Day, where hope springs eternal for everybody who makes their way to Jones Dining Hall here on the campus of Virginia State University. When you talk about this year's CIAA season, the potential for greatness is, well, immeasurable, considering that Shaw University comes in as a two-time champion, having gone back-to-back. They're all but guaranteeing a three-peat. However, Elizabeth City State is back into the mix again this year. And, of course, they are still ailing after last year's blowout loss in the conference championship game late last November. But the team that sits on top is Fayetteville State, a team who at the beginning of this decade was a perennial championship contender, but it's been some lean years since they've been on top. However, Coach Kenny Phillips and company are extremely confident that this could be the year that the Broncos ride the wave all the way back to Durham for a spot in the title game.
We've had this bullseye on our back a couple of times in my coaching career here, and it's not a big deal to me, but it says a lot for the student athletes at Fayetteville State and our university that people think that highly, that even not making the championship game a year ago, that they feel like we've got the talent returning in order to get to the championship game this year.
Elizabeth City State has been trying to bring a CIAA championship back to that beautiful piece of the country down there in North Carolina for quite some time. However, the breaks haven't been there, whether it's a heart-stopping loss in overtime in the championship game or a blowout loss like last year. Waverly Tiller's quest to get back to the top, to the title game, is what drives that program, and it also gives them motivation and perhaps momentum heading into the season.
Well, you're exactly right in terms of that burning desire to get back. I'll portray that over to the kids. They are feeling it. They're after the ring this year. They're disappointed that they didn't win and didn't collect that ring after two tries, especially my juniors, my rising seniors. They've been there twice and come up empty. So, that's a big motivating factor going in, and our work ethics and our motto and keeping the vision alive and those kind of things. You really have a dedicated off-season workout. The kids are there. We had about 40 kids working out over summer, coming down their own, and just trying to get ready for the season and understanding what it's going to take to win it.
Now, when it comes to Shaw University, there are a couple of things that you can bank on. A, they'll play a hard-hitting defense, but B, the people who are fans of the Bears will come out to check out one of the more prolific offenses in all of Division II. Coach Darryl Asbury is an aggressive offensive mind, and he likes to throw the football, likes to take chances vertically downfield, and he's hoping to do something great this year, something that has never been done, adding to the record books after a record-setting campaign last season in the AA.
We look forward to defending our championship, and we look forward to playing back in Durham because that is our stadium. That is our the good part about it is I've been in North Carolina since '04, and I've been a part of, I think, five or four championships. So, history has been made around that.
And it should be noted that Elizabeth City State and Shaw University will meet to open the season, and that should prove to be an interesting contest for both those teams as they make their way down the stretch of the CIAA race. Now, the times they are changing in the CIAA with the additions of both Lincoln and Shawan College into the mix these days. Of course, Lincoln University holds the distinction of being one of the oldest HBCU programs, and they will kick off the season against Cheney State.
We're only about 14 miles apart, so it's a pretty heated rivalry. I know we believe and we know we're the first HBCU, and Cheney believes that they're the first HBCU, so that lends to a heated rivalry.
Shawan College is now the only non-HBCU that's a member of the CIAA, yet they figure to come in and be as competitive as anybody in the league. And in only their second season, this is a team that's hoping to step up to the next level. And if not compete for a championship, then make it a lot more difficult for the teams at the top of the conference on their road to the title game.
there's men playing in the CIAA. It's a great conference with outstanding coaches and tremendous student athletes. If you want to compare a football game to a gunfight, to borrow Coach Hall's phrase, we went into some gunfights last year with switchblades. But we were keenly aware of what we were getting into. Now it's up to us to make it better, and that's what we're charged with doing. That's what we'll do. So we got to, as we say, embrace the process, and it is a process.
Many think of the CIAA as just a basketball league, and who wouldn't? Of course, you got the biggest postseason basketball tournament of any conference in America, ACC included, but you've also got credibility to the football programs these days. And with the 10th anniversary of the renewal of the championship game, atmospheres run high. And the question is, will history be made? Will Shaw University take its place among some of the all-time great teams with a third straight championship? Will Kenny Phillips lead Fayetteville State back to the top of the conference? Or finally, will a championship come to the beautiful area in North Carolina known as Elizabeth City State? But then there's always something different behind door number 3. And the one thing is for certain, as Eddie Robinson used to say back when he coached Grambling, the only certainties are uncertainties. And while Fayetteville State may be picked to finish number 1 in the conference, it's by no means a guarantee. From the CIAA Football Media Kickoff in Petersburg, Virginia at Virginia State University, I'm Mark Gray for the HBCU Sports Nation.